You're not gonna do it. Why? 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 Sorry, I just remembered. How did he keep a job after he completely took his bus on a high-speed chase and wrecked the crap out of it? Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to Moving. We're now on to episode 15, which is called NTDP, which we've seen that acronym before a while ago actually. I believe it was National Talent Development Program, if memory serves. My brain's actually on a little bit today. Look at that. Some days I'm on, and other days it's like I can't remember anything. Anyhow, last episode we were introduced to Gang-eun, or the class president's father. We got the history on kind of how he worked, I guess you could say, because I assumed that pretty much everybody who had abilities was working for the NIS or the ANSP at some point, but we found out that that's not the case with Gang-eun's father. He somehow managed to slip under the radar for a very long time until some incidents happened with him and the authorities, and we see that Ju-won actually was dispatched to try to bring him in, but we find out that Min actually didn't want to do any or have anything to do with him because we found out, unfortunately, Gang-eun's father, he's got, I don't know, they use a lot of terms I don't like in this show, but we'll just say that he is neurodivergent as far as we know, and so he didn't think that he'd be useful in the field, but he also discovered through that Gang-eun actually showed his power, and Mr. Min found out that these powers are hereditary or could be hereditary for some kids. So once Ju-won found out about that, he said, oh, heck no, this man's not going to get a hold of my child on top of everything else. So he packed up Hee-soo and disappeared, and then now we know why he and Hee-soo have been on the run for all these years. So that was some really good background on like what happened with Hee-soo and her dad and why they've been running and what they were running from. Because at first I wasn't sure if it was this or if it was the gang stuff. And now we see also why Gang-eun is the way that he is. It looks like his dad had to go to prison multiple times because of the sheer strength that he had. And of course, Gang-eun having to basically, from the looks of things, take care of himself, because I don't even know if his mom ended up going to jail for that whole protest thing or not. But either way, I feel like, you know, his father being taken from him for a long period of time, and then combined with the fact that from the looks of things, Mr. Min has had his hooks in him since he was very little. I'm starting to understand a lot more about Gang-eun. Ready to get into this episode because we are back now to the present. I think we've gotten all the flashbacks we're going to get for now, and I'm just curious as to what we're going to have in the final part, because now we only have 5 episodes left, so I'm really wondering what we're going to do and what culmination point we're going to get to now that we kind of have the history and the background, and now we're back into the present day. So I'm ready to jump into the episode, but just before I do, just a reminder that I do a lot of reactions here on this channel, and including this one, and if you'd like to support me in any way or through any of the journeys that I'm on, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell, and if you like this video here, please show some love with the like button and leave some comments below. I love reading them and interacting with you guys. Alright, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right about now.
다 버려두고 그대로 도주했습니다. 죄송합니다. 애까지 데리고 그렇게 하룻밤 사이에 도주할 줄 미처 몰랐어요.
애 때문이지.
As he should.
확실합니다.
This,
제가 다시 확인하고
I hate
왔습니다.
him.
제가 시키는 일을 허투루
You
하는 사람이 아니에요.
suck. You know, you need to get a punch through the head too. Yeah, because she was right by the car when it exploded. Oh, okay, you just hung out. This man needs to die right along Min. Right alongside Min. I'm not joking even a little. He's gotta go. No, he's a problem. He'll never let them be.
기회가 아닙니다. 국가 재난.
So it's your... Oh, you definitely need to...
거죠.
You need to go. He is such a problem. Crawling up the ladder of what? So he was there too? I hate him.
확실합니다.
I hate him.
어차피 인간이 필요합니다.
Yeah, you're gonna have to tear this whole place down, guys. You're gonna have to destroy every last one of them. Every last one.
아주 오래 걸릴 일입니다. 체계적인 시스템이 필요합니다.
He just wants to ensure his job security.
해봐.
강희수야. 잘 부탁해.
Yeah, y'all need to gang up on that cat-faced man and just get rid of him. Happy? Oh, your ankle. Damn. Really? Why was he just staring at you? That's weird.
아니야?
Yeah, exactly.
일진이라고 애들 패고 거들먹거리더니 부착한다는 게 이딴 짓이냐? 어? 야, 씨발. 힘만 믿고 거들먹거리는 새끼는 너야.
I'm sorry, he was a bad person for not letting a girl get hit in the face with a basketball hoop? Anyway, he's an idiot because if one gets exposed, y'all get exposed.
너 초능력자야?
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about it. I mean, she was there.
아, 내가 너였으면 최대식이 만점일 텐데.
난 대학 안 가. 공무원 될 거야.
Yeah, I knew it. I was right.
조심히 다녀와.
3 years ago. Same shirt. House arrest. Okay, I guess that was probably the best they could work out. That sucks. But I understand it would be socially so hard for him.
잘 다녀와.
Yeah, Gungwon's had a lot.
공중범죄 가중 처벌. 10년 형이 다 마친 후에도
10 years.
검찰 대상자.
Wow.
집에만 계셔야 하지 않나?
Yeah, obviously. Your point.
글쎄요.
Exactly.
집안 형편도 안 좋은데 학생 진로 고민 해결되지. 아버지 전과 말소되지. 우리 학교
야, 어쨌든 너는
He didn't have a choice at all.
야 이거 보관하고 있다가 저 밝혀줄게.
스님.
가라고.
Too late. You should have had that beforehand.
절 의심하는 겁니까?
You know, your hair actually matches.
학기 다 끝납니다.
Because that's the thing with Kisu is a likely suspect, but his hair is reddish. Whoever was in the gym had dark hair. Maybe it was him. I assumed it was a student, but let me see your shoes. What benefit would he have with exposing them? I mean, it's not a bad thing in a way because maybe it gets him out from the NIS, but I can't remember what the shoes look like. There's the cleaning lady again. What is your thing? Who are you?
고마웠어. 그때.
Makes sense to me now why he stays to himself, because if people find out about his dad, that makes school hard for him.
메모리 카드만이라도 먼저 찾을래. 그게 얼마나 좋아하고. 단책상 있으려나? 어떤 책상?
He needed to get that memory card back immediately. If he's smart, he took it out.
이게 그 교회 체험학습 풍선대 저거 가지고.
Fair enough.
야,
Jesus!
깜짝이야. 왜?
What do you want?
너 조심해. 왕족 있죠.
Okay. I'm starting to understand why Kisu is the way he is. He thinks Gungwon and the principal are working together, but they're not the way he thinks.
계속 이렇게 살 수는 없잖아. 나도 뛰어야 할 때는 뛰고 싶어졌어.
너 혹시 강당에서
Exactly. But truthfully, even if it wasn't to save you, those weights are not a permanent solution.
나 집에서는 모래주머니 안 차고 잘만 다녀. 너만 아니면
So that's the solution. Never see you again. Oh, getting you used to. Yep. Come on. Control it.
걱정된다. 가자.
Yeah, you're gonna have to learn to control it.
애들은 다 지겨웠는데.
Do what I want.
이 새끼들.
Oh, isn't that a pot calling a kettle black? Kisu, what are you up to, bro?
아, 괜찮아. 나 진짜 안 추워.
그래도
아, 오글거리게. 따뜻하다.
그치.
뭐?
Cute. He can't help it. He feels so bad that he didn't get to protect you. Even though you really don't need that kind of protecting. Who the hell is this now? Oh. Oh, she's going back to work, Mama said. Okay. Hair's going into the business bun. Okay. People about to get messed up. But now that she knows that what's-his-name is back in town, Juwan, she really should hook up with him. They both got kids now. Although she may not know about his kid. Uh-oh, the work boots are back. Ma'am? She said burner where?
같은 반에 초능력을 가진 학생이 또 있다.
Tasers? You're not gonna do what I... Why? 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 Well... What was the purpose? What was the reason? Were you just testing to make sure you can still heal? Sir, haven't you been through enough pain? So, our bus driver back yet?
안녕하세요.
그래.
He is back. Okay.
안 찍혔어요. 다시 한번 해보세요. 핸드폰 좀 잠깐. 교통카드가 설정이 안 돼 있네.
That's a burner. He's checking it. Good man. You know he's trouble now. Don't make a scene.
아, 예. 오늘은 그냥 타세요.
What did he see? Who are you?
이름은?
경기면 연락? 경기면.
So he saw him on the show.
진정해, 진정해.
She's like, don't get happy on the bus, please. He's following her. I'm thinking they don't know about her, so I'm thinking they think if they grab her, they'll get the boy. I'm sorry, I just remembered, how did he keep a job after he completely took his bus on a high-speed chase and wrecked the crap out of it? How did he sweet talk his way out of that? Mom's there. See if Juwan shows up.
4층 진압 주도실로 가시면 됩니다.
감사합니다.
It's gonna call that in.
엄마?
어,
집에 가는 길이라고?
Yeah, liar.
나 너 훈련 도와줄 수 있어.
착한 자식.
Don't get him too happy. Oh, Dad's gonna be like, go straight home.
아, 안 내려?
왜 내려? 운동해야지.
You're both gonna get your parents a heart attack. I mean, I guess going home and being alone right now is not good for either of them, but neither of them can fight. I mean, Hisu kind of, but not like fight. High schoolers is different than trained people. Interesting. Why did he hide from him? He might know who he is. Better chances of him knowing who he is than the woman, but... Okay, so you knew who both of them were. Someone tells me he's not a normal security guard, though.
학교에서 사고가 있었다고 들었는데
Yeah, let's play the game first and see which one of us cracks.
저희 반 반장입니다.
그 학생 이름이 뭔가요?
이강훈입니다.
초능력자입니까?
Exactly, let's get straight to the point. She's like, I'm not laughing.
그날 그 상황이 너무 이렇게 좀 긴박하니까 그 애들 눈에는 좀 이렇게 좀 과장되게 비춰진 것
She can hear that you're lying, literally.
그 감수성이 예민한 애들 입장에서는 뭐 반장이
That's a lot of bull. I don't even know what you just said.
아니 공석이가 뭐 성적이 썩 좋은 건 아니지만 그래도 맞춰서
I didn't tell you that my son was Bongsok. How did you know that?
제가 공석이 없는 건
Period. Got caught. We don't even look alike. Yeah. So you want to start telling the truth? Why is this man just standing there, right?
야, 이거 많이 먹었네.
Something's wrong with him. He's definitely an op.
약속 잡으셨어요? 아니요.
Do I have to smash you through the wall?
당분간 단축 수업합니다. 보시는 것처럼 수업 다 끝나서 아무도 없어요.
That's not what he asked you. Where's the teacher? Find it yourself.
되게 수업도 다 끝났고 방해될 일도 없을 것 같은데.
He's not asking, actually. Why do I feel like maybe he's a superhero anti? Like he knows they exist and he wants to get rid of them? Locking them in, hey? Interesting. What do we think's gonna go down? I hope he recognizes some NIS stuff here. Yeah, both of them. Coincidence? I think not. I don't even know what I don't even know what the bus driver can do. I don't know what to do. I don't know.
특히 봉석이는 실례지만 그 한부모 가정이라
Have you?
신경을 더 좀 많이 썼습니다.
What's that supposed to mean?
더 하실 말씀 없으시면
I didn't say it was, but
이해를 하셨죠?
그게 무슨 말씀이세요?
I bet she remembers you.
하셨나요, 선?
She probably remembers your ass. Uh-huh. She sees you. Caught. In 4K.
설마
Oh yeah, it's way.
아니겠지.
Way. Give him a little tap. Oh.
너 누구야?
Mm-hmm. Who the hell is this now?
파일에 뭐가 있는 것 같아? 기록장성 관련자들을 모두 처단하는 건 맞죠?
North Korea.
어른들은 제거한다 치고
You think so, hey?
아들이 먹지 않다. 현재 상황.
Wait, so was that the guard? So the guard's working with the North? He's a double agent. You know, they got beef. They would have beef if any of them are those people they tried to wipe out in China. But I might be stretching here. Well, you've already messed up at work once. Why not keep going? Bro, why are we doing Vin Diesel on this road again? These buses are not... They are not built for this. What is he trying to do? I'm so confused. Oh, you know what? If he causes an accident, then they can't get off. It's going to bring a lot of attention, right? Sir, what are you doing? I don't understand the plan. He flies. Confirmation. Bro, you're definitely losing your job now. No one's noticing this man levitating? Don't. I'm livid. You ended there? Who is this man? Why can he fly too? No, it can't be their dad. It can't be his dad because his dad looks nothing like that. Unless he had reconstructive surgery. But why would they go through that lengths? Why would you do that to Jo In-sung's beautiful, perfect face? No. I'm trying to think. If we see anybody else get shot in the head. Looks like he got a graze, but I'm so confused. I know the North's involved, but who else is it? What? What? I don't get it. All right, guys. Well, that was episode 15, and we now see why or how the NTDP was formed. That annoying Catman. He was the one who came up with it because obviously we saw from the flashback that his powers are not exactly considered to be the most useful. At least they weren't considered the most useful from Mr. Min. Like, he kept him around because he did have some... It's not like he had no use, but Mr. Min definitely prioritized people like Do-shik and Juwon and stuff like that. You know, they were the black agents. They were the ones who get to do the cool stuff. whereas Catman was basically sent on errands. And it makes sense to me that he's looking for a way to make himself important. He's looking for a way to make himself useful, and obviously creating this program gave him something to do for the foreseeable future, right? It was job security, which again, I'm not going to fault him for that. That was smart, but annoying because much like Mr. Min, he's not looking at these children as children. He's looking at them as assets. He's looking at them as objects to be used and their lives as something that's not valuable unless it's in service to whatever the ANSP or the NIS want to use them for. So that, for me, is why he's got to go. He absolutely has to go, because we found out from the flashback that he has really good tracking abilities. Again, the eye slit thing, I'm not sure what that's about, but the hair and everything else tells me that he's supposed to be kind of animal-like, feline-like, and we know that there's a lot of a lot of feline animals that are out there that have really good tracking instincts, like lions and stuff like that. But anyway, the sad reality is, even if this program didn't exist, like if Min ever decided to find all these kids, this guy could do it, at least as long as they're still in Korea, right? So he of course suggested, saying that, hey, if these kids are passing, or these parents are passing these abilities on to their kids, they're going to get old eventually. They're going to get to the point where doing this job is not going to work anymore. We need a new generation, but more importantly, we need to know where they are, what they're doing, and manage it. And again, if it wasn't for nefarious purposes, I would agree in that it's true. You can't have a bunch of superpowered kids running around with like no one watching and seeing what they were up to. But again, we know that these guys are not looking out for that. They're looking at how they can use these kids. And so it looks like they actually left Gong-un alone. Like, I thought maybe they put him through training similar to whatever I'm assuming Do-shik went through or what Frank went through, but it looks like that's not what happened. It looks like they just kind of kept an eye on him, but never really thought about developing his powers at all. But I'm thinking Min probably did that because he thought that he might be like his father, but we see that for what we can tell, Gong-un does not have the same issues that his father does. So yeah, basically he's being inducted into the NIS. Like, we see that the principal basically blackmailed him into it, right? The way he was saying, oh, think about your dad. Your dad's under house arrest. He can't go anywhere. Think about your future. You have financial hardship, etc., etc. So all these things that, you know, a teenage kid, what else is he going to think? But he's got to help out his family, right? And of course, he also has the shame of having a father who is an ex-convict, which, by the way, is not really a shameful thing. But in Korea, they don't do well with things that go outside the norm. Like, they're a highly judgmental society when it comes to certain things. Single parenthood, for example, and obviously ex-convicts. Many people in that that part of the world, once they have a criminal record, their life's effectively over. Like, it's very difficult for them to find work. It's very difficult for them to be able to build social connections outside of their family members. And even then, some of their family members turn their backs on them because they don't want to have that reputation come onto them too. So it's just a really hard place to be if you don't fit into the norm. And his dad, between having the neurodivergency and now this criminal record, I completely understand why Gong-un has probably had a very hard time. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he had to start basically distancing himself from his dad for his own protection, right? Because that would make him a target for bullying immediately in school, for them to find out that his dad was both an ex-con and not the same as everybody else. So it definitely makes more sense now why Gong-un was the way he was and acts the way he does towards his dad. But still, we see that I don't think he feels good about it, and that's what I'm saying. Like, the apology we saw earlier in the season makes so much more sense now, and I'm glad that he is at least trying to let his dad know that, like, hey, why I'm acting like this is not because of you. It's a lot for a teenage boy to carry. So anyway, so annoying with this program. So we see that he really just wants to, that's kind of what I assume through the episodes now, confirmation that the school really is a testing ground for the kids. And basically that one teacher, the homeroom teacher, his job is to assess these kids and find out whether or not he thinks they've got abilities that would be valuable to Min or not. So that means Kisu probably has, like, his parent must be a soup, because that's the only reason I'm thinking he was tested in the first place. So I don't know who his parent is. I don't know if we've been introduced to who his parent is, but I'm assuming he didn't inherit his parents' abilities, or it wasn't strong enough for Min to care about, because we see there's a grading system. S means that they pass, and then anything below that, it looks like it's a fail. So, but that's very interesting though, because they tested, oh God, what was his, I always forget, the electricity man. They tested his son, and they said he was a B. Like, he wasn't the lowest letter, but they said he failed. So, but he does have his dad's abilities from what we can see. But maybe he can't do it as much. I guess maybe he's not at the same level. But we have no idea. I don't know. We've only seen him use his powers once, and it wasn't even that strong. So maybe it's because he couldn't control it. But anyways, we now know that that's what the school is all about, and that's what's been going on, and that they've just been bringing the kids in. But it looks like he's only testing a few of them. So it's very interesting that they haven't tried to test Do-shik's son yet. Like, Do-shik was like their top agent. So why would they not be all over Bong-seok? Like, that's really crazy to me that they're not all over him. But anyway, now we got the background on that and why it's been going on for so long. But we see also in this episode that Mian and Juwon now know that something is up, right? That video was beyond the fact that it scared them into thinking our kids might be exposed. They know now that there's more superpowered kids in this school, which obviously they don't, I still don't think that they know that each other's kid is in this school. So we see that both of them like, let's go to the school, see what we can figure out. Of course, Mian being the baddie that she is, she's an information analyst. She worked at the NIS for how long? She knows the signs to look for. So she went there, starting to do her digging. I really love seeing her just kind of do her thing. Cold, calm, collected. She's like, listen, let's find out. I love that she asked directly, are there superpowered kids in this school? And I know she asked that question. She knew he wasn't going to be like, oh, actually, yeah. But we know that she can listen to heartbeats and know when people are lying. So I think she asked these questions because she wants to hear the response. And I have no doubt that he gave up the fact that he was lying, right? So not to mention that long diatribe bola answer he gave her as to why her son said that I saw him fly across the room. So anyway, and she's also seeing that there are cameras everywhere, which she now very intimately knows is straight up NIS activity. So yeah, we saw the creepy screens of horror that were going on in the principal's office. They can monitor anything at any time. So they've definitely seen Bong-seok float. They've definitely seen, what's her name? Hisu's ankle break. Like, they got it all, right? So yeah, it's good to know now just how crazy the school is. And now that we see Mian slowly figuring it out, I don't know how much she's going to give up when she's there, but even her asking the teacher, like, how long have you worked here? How long has it been? Like, I'm wondering if she actually remembers him, like maybe she saw him at the old NIS office at some point, because I have a feeling she doesn't forget a face, but I don't know. Either way, she might just be stalling, or maybe she's just, again, gathering intel by asking him questions that she knows he might lie about and then being able to extrapolate from there. But we know she's strapped, so hopefully if anything goes down, she's able to take care of it and nothing crazy happens. But then we saw that the other teacher, the one that's been really weird all season, the one that's been very much being kept on the outside by the homeroom teacher, it looks like he's up to something else. Like, I thought he was working with them, but remember they said he's an intern, which I was like, that's interesting. Like, you take interns at the NIS. But now I'm thinking that he is a double agent that came in under the premise of working with the NIS to get close to these kids. And that's basically what he's been doing, is trying to get in so he can get his hands on the files and find out all the kids that have powers. Because I don't think even he knows yet. I think he only knows of the ones that the homeroom teacher has told him about. So I still don't know why it looks like he allowed. Well, no, because Kisu always said, you guys messed up my leg. So if he thought it was an accident, I don't think he would blame it on the school. But we didn't see what happened, why Kisu ended up with his ankle messed up and what looked like something fell. So did that teacher do it? Like, I'm just curious as to what happened, because we didn't see how he got injured. But for him to blame the school, I'm thinking, and again, the teacher was literally looking at him, writhing in pain and doing nothing, like no emotion, no, like, that's not natural. It's not natural to see someone, especially a young person, screaming and writhing in pain and have zero empathy or zero response. Like, it's like he was studying him. Like, I think he was expecting to see something happen, like maybe a power kick in. But either way, the fact that he was laying there for some time and nothing was happening, yeah, no, he's shady. My guess is that he's trying to figure out, maybe he was trying to figure out if he was powered that way because he can't get his hands on the files. Maybe he saw that the homeroom teacher was giving him special attention, or what he thought was, and he thought, okay, let me find out for myself if he's special, did something to him, found out the hard way he wasn't, and then that's why when the guy came in, he's like, why aren't you calling the hospital? And you saw he got up and he's like, oh yeah, and you could see he was kind of like, why? And then he kind of, and even then I don't think he called the police or called the hospital. So he is shady. He's very, very shady. Sums up with him, and I'm thinking he's working either with the North or, as I said, it's possible that this world also has people who know that these people exist and just is not about it. Like he just wants them gone, right? Like, or maybe he works at the NIS and he's seen the stuff that these superpower people got away with and there's been some bad blood there. I don't know. There's so many possibilities, but he's up to something. He's definitely not on the same page as the NIS. So yeah. And I'm glad. It looks like the homeroom teacher doesn't trust him either, and that's why he's been really secretive. But yeah, there's something definitely going on there, and it looks like Kisu is trying to follow that trail because obviously I think he knows that that's the teacher to watch, not necessarily the homeroom teacher. But obviously he doesn't trust the homeroom teacher either because the homeroom teacher has covered for the other teacher, right? So anyway, a lot, yeah. So that's basically what's going on. And again, yeah, we saw that Juwon also went to the school on his own. He said he wanted to talk to the homeroom teacher, but again, he's casing the joint. But we see now why, right? Because from the flashback, we know that he knows how to look for the NIS tells. He knows exactly what they use to track people or if they have infiltrated a place. So I think he's going to the school now to see if that's the case, if like something is going down. And I think he's starting to notice with the cameras, with the odd behavior of the teacher. Like I think he's putting two and two together and realizing, okay, the school, something's up with it. And I think he's hopefully going to put two and two together and realize that the NIS are here in the school, which I guess he would never think because he still thinks that he's off the radar, right? So yeah, both parents there, super tense at the school. Like I was like, oh, the whole time waiting for something to go off. I'm wondering what's going to happen, if anything's going to happen at all. But then we saw that the front gate man knows exactly who the parents were. And he called someone. I assumed it was Mr. Min or someone at his office, but I'm starting to wonder if that's not the case because we see that the North Koreans are here. They're aware of the children, and they said that they've been given permission to take out anyone who's training the children. But for the kids, they didn't say what to do with the kids yet, because we see that he got a call. The leader who we saw at the end of the last episode, I'm pretty sure it was him. He got a call, and it says, "Come back to the gate." So the only person who was at the gate was obviously the guard, right? No, maybe it could be the other guy. We didn't see who made the call. It could be it could be the teacher from the office. So somebody from the school called them, I'm assuming, to come back. And I have to think it's the guard though. That would be actually a really, really good twist if it is him, because we have no idea who he's been working for. We should assume it must be the NIS since they're running that school, but it could be a bunch of double agents. We already know that there are double agents in that organization from way back in the flashback with Mian. So wow, so many possibilities, guys, so many possibilities. But like I said, I knew we had to introduce a new threat to everything because now that Frank's gone, that immediate threat's out of the way. But there's got to be more, and now we know what this is, and now it looks like the parents are definitely going to have to get involved, right? Because these kids really haven't been taught how to defend themselves, right? Like, obviously we know Gung-un is a tank, but he's not invincible, right? He can definitely take damage. From what we know, he doesn't regenerate. Obviously we know that Hisu can regenerate, but again, let's not test the theory of how much she can take. Which, speaking of Hisu, we see that, my little cuties, Hisu and Bong-seok decided to go, because the homeroom teacher told her, go, you can't train in the gym anymore, you need to go someplace else to keep up your training. So Bong-seok decided to go with her, even though we know that both their parents want them to go straight home. But of course, because both their parents don't talk to them and tell them the truth, both these kids have no idea the level of danger that they're in. So of course they're going to just defy their parents because they're like, they're just being parents, let's just go. Let this be a lesson, kids. When your parents tell you to come straight home, you go straight home. Anyways, but we see that someone is following them. And this guy has a nasty scar on his head. And he doesn't seem to much care about the fact that he's following them. Like, he's not being at all discreet outside of maybe keeping a bit of distance from the kids. And we see that, we'll call him Bungie Man because I keep forgetting his name. He touched the phone, and we know that he can see memories through electric devices. So he clearly saw something on the phone, but he kept calm. He didn't freak out. He gave him the phone back, and he started watching him. So I'm wondering what he saw. It was enough that he's worried. And I'm like, the whole time I was just thinking, I don't know what he can do, right? Because if he tries to do something himself, it exposes his powers. It exposes what he can do, which probably is not the best thing from doing a bus full of people. And again, he might have also seen the viral video about the power of people as well. So I don't know. But also, he might have also seen that maybe this guy's capable of doing something that he can't deal with, but he knew he could fly. Like, he must have known that he could fly. So my guess is that he saw that this guy can fly, because that's why he started going all crazy with the bus, right? So why? But I'm just saying, why would he want to expose that he could fly on the bus? Like, it seems, I mean, he obviously didn't want to stop the bus and let the kids off so that, you know, this guy could follow them, because I guess he knew he couldn't just leave everybody on the bus and go follow too. But I don't know. I'm still really curious as to what his plan is. Like, what is the plan? I know he didn't have time to think about it, but what is the plan? I don't know. But I loved also, I just want to put out there that I absolutely love that he wants to protect Bong-sok and Hisu, even though he doesn't actually know them or know that they're powered as well. So yeah, we have that whole thing going down. No idea who that guy is, but that guy clearly figured out that the bus driver knows something. And like I said, man's just floating. Just chilling and floating on the bus. Don't care that nobody sees it. He's just up here sitting about 3 feet above ground. Like, what? But yeah, I'm just wondering who he is. And again, like, the only flyers we've seen in this show thus far have been Bong-sok and Do-shik. So the fact that we have another flyer, where is he from? Is he a North Korean flyer? Is he not? Has he been sent from the States? Yeah, so like I said, there's so many things going on, guys. There's so much going on. My head is spinning, but this was a good episode. Like, I was really tense. They did a really good job of keeping the tension up the whole episode, even though not a lot actually happened. And yeah, also, Gong-hoon is all by himself in study hall too, and I don't think that's an accident. His dad has no idea where he is. So lots going on, and I feel like it's going to definitely... It's building. They're definitely setting up the building blocks for there to be something pretty huge in the finale, which I expected, because I was like, if you took out Frank already, there's got to be something else that we're working up to. So I'm excited, and I really just, I can't wait to see it. It has been the hardest thing for me not to just binge through this show, but I'm really enjoying it and sharing it with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please show this video some love and leave me some comments below, and we will see you in the next video.